Welcome into the weekly Commanders Report Mailbag. I'm your host, Jack Sperry, and this week we decided to kind of switch up the mailbag format a little bit. With it being draft season, and you guys are always sending me your Commanders mock drafts, I figured I'd react to them live on the show today. Of course, I put my mock drafts on the channel, so today we're going to hear about your mock drafts right here on the Commanders Report. So make sure you guys click that subscribe button if you haven't already, because our goal here at the Commanders Report is to be the most interactive fan community for Commanders fans here on the YouTube platform, all right? And the way that we do that is we provide you guys opportunities on the live shows that we have every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time to interact with your fellow Commanders fans. We do these mailbags every single week. We have daily community posts that we put on our channel, so you can always interact with your fellow Commanders fans here on the YouTube platform, 100% free. So if that's something that interests you and you want to be a part of a community that bleeds burgundy and gold, what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button right now and join this family today. All right, first one. We've got Todd Rogozin. Hope I'm saying that right. He says, 1, trade 29 to Buffalo for 30 and 108. At number 30, take tight end Colston Loveland. So I'm guessing Todd doesn't want Zach Ertz back. All right, Loveland's a good player. Will he get there to number 30? I kind of feel like he's going to be a Los Angeles Charger. Kind of feel like Harbaugh's going to take that Michigan player there. But we'll see what happens. 61, Josh Connerly. I don't think Connerly gets there to 61. He's just so good as a pass protector. I just don't know if he makes it all the way to the end of round 2. I would love that pick. I just don't know if it's going to happen. 79, Jayden Higgins. Another guy that I'm higher on. Big body, smooth athlete and route runner. Great technician, good hands. I think he's going to go round 2, so I'm not sure if round 3 is going to be a possibility for Jayden Daniels or for Jayden Higgins. But Jayden touchdowns, I would absolutely love it. Jordan Birch, a defensive end at 108. I'm fine with that. 148, Luke Kandra. 197, Devin Neal. The running back out of Kansas, I don't think is going to be available at 197, unfortunately. I think he's probably going to be a day 2 draft pick, maybe round 3, maybe early day 3 in terms of a round 4 pick. It's a really good running back class, but I really doubt Neal's there in round 6. Then he's got Theo, Weiss, and Jason Marshall as his 7th round picks. Our next one here, JG coming in with his mock draft. And he's got Jihad Campbell, linebacker out of Alabama at number 29. If they don't bring back Bobby Wagner, I do like Campbell's game. Good in coverage, very, very solid player overall. The question is, you need wide receiver, you need corner, you need tackle. Those are more impactful positions. And linebacker's a tough position for rookies to play. So if you draft Campbell, if you're going to be asking him to start in your defense, that's going to be a tough ask. I think he's capable of it, but I think that would be an interesting pick. Donovan Jackson, offensive guard in round 2. I wouldn't mind it. I would probably prefer a tackle, but maybe they address both tackles in free agency, right? And Nick Allegretti, I think, could potentially be a bridge guy there if Donovan isn't ready to play right away. I don't hate that pick. Isaiah Bond at 79. I actually think that that's relatively realistic. Bond is super fast, but he's kind of volatile, and he's going to be kind of a little bit more of a risk. So I like Bond's skill set. I would love for him to be in the Commanders uniform next year, and he could be a really good player. Like, he could be like Jalen Waddle good if he's like at the high end of what he could be. The problem is he could also be Jalen Reagor. So then we get to Jacob Parrish, cornerback at 148. I don't hate that one at all. I like Parrish's game. Devin Neal at 197. Again, I really doubt Neal's there in round 6. I think he's just too good of a player. Like, he's got phenomenal vision. He's got really good acceleration. I think that he's just a really good football player. So, it's 2 mocks now with Devin Neal at round 6, but I just don't see it happening. And then Tyler Batty and Xavier Truss in round 7. So shout your guy out down there in the comments section. Who's a player that you want the Washington Commanders to draft here during the 2025 NFL Draft? Who's somebody you really hope the Commanders come away with? Let me know down there in the comments section for today's pinned comment. YouTube's going to throw you an ad break here in just a couple of seconds, and when that happens, take advantage of that time. But let me know who's a player you want the Commanders to draft this year. Got one from a High Speed 30. Says Trey Harris in round 1. We'll see where Trey ends up going. He's going to be interesting to see how he tests at the Combine this week. This will come out most likely after the wide receivers work out in Indianapolis this week. So by the time you're seeing this, you probably know what he ran. But he's a great athlete. I think he's great after the catch, good run blocker, and he's physical at the catch point, can win down the field. So I like the fit with Trey Harris for sure. So I don't hate that. Second round, you got JT Tuimoloau, the edge rusher. He's a little bit smaller for what Dan Quinn and Joe Witt Jr. typically like at defensive end. But he's a very good football player. If they see a vision for him, I'm going to trust that 100%. Defensive end Jordan Birch in round 3. Very athletic player. We'll see where he ends up testing this week. But he's got a very bright future as well. Running back Dylan Sampson in the 5th round. Thing about Sampson, not the best vision in the world. Speedster, man. Like when he gets out in open space, he is taking it to the house. Just the thing is, he's not consistent enough with it, in my opinion, right now. And he's so young, 20 years old. Like I really thought he should have went back to Tennessee. I think it's too early for him to go into the league. We'll see. Some of these guys are going to fall. Just, with a loaded running back class, some of these guys are going to fall. Dylan Sampson could certainly be there in round 5. Tight end Luke Lacey in round 5. Devin Neal in round 7. Again, another Devin Neal. I love Devin Neal here, guys, but he's way better than a 6th or 7th round pick. I'm just going to let you guys know that right now. Then we get to O'Donnell Fortune there in 7th round. Interesting pick there. Then we got Light YC. He says Darius Alexander, defensive tackle in round 1 to, I'm assuming, replace Jonathan Allen. Now, this team did take Johnny Newton in round 2 last year, who they really believe in. So, they definitely need to get another rotational defensive tackle in there, but I don't know if DT is going to be the 1st round pick. Round 2, Caleb Johnson. I think Johnson needs to go to a true under center outside zone system. I just don't think he's shifty enough, and I don't think he'd be a terrific fit here in Washington, if I'm being completely honest with you. I think he needs to go to an outside zone-based offense, and this offense here in Washington is mostly duo and inside zone-based. Round 3, Jack Besh. If he's there in round 3, phenomenal value. Great after the catch in terms of his physicality. He catches everything. Best run blocker at the position in the class. Love Jack Besh's tape. Charles Grant, an interior offensive lineman in round 5. Good pick there. Round 7. So I think it's round 6, then 2 7s. Logan Brown out of Kansas. Hybrid, Baron Sorrell, and then Jordan Hancock in the final round. So make sure you guys click that thumbs up icon if you haven't already. If you are a real one, really do appreciate all of your guys' support. Because of you guys, we can make videos like this possible, and we can, put videos out every single day. So if you want to help us out today, make sure you click that thumbs up icon right now. Going from Jaden Sports, says trade 1st round pick for Myles Garrett. Don't hate that at all, Jaden Sports. Don't hate that at all. 2nd round pick, Isaiah Bond. Again, if they get Isaiah Bond in the 2nd round, I won't necessarily hate it. Good route runner, speedster, can certainly be a deep threat. I think Matthew Golden's better, but obviously he's probably going to go in round 1. So if you're picking in round 2, Isaiah Bond, you could do a lot worse than. Donovan Jackson, we talked about him earlier in round 3. I think that would be a decent pick. Kyle Williams in round 4. Now here's an interesting one. R.J. Harvey in round 5. I like this pick. I like R.J. Harvey. Will he be there in round 5? I don't know. I like him a lot. I think his patience is excellent. His acceleration is great. His vision is really good. I think he has some home run hitting speed. We'll see what he runs at the Combine this week, but I really like R.J. Harvey, man. I love that pick. Trade 6th round pick for Jack Conklin. I like that too, man. Right tackle, a veteran piece. Don't hate that at all. 7th round pick, Gabe Taylor there, and then Pleasant Johnson there in the 7th. Another one here from James Graham says 1st round best tight end available. We'll see what they do with Zach Ertz. All right, he is older, but I think that the 2 top guys, Warren and Loveland, will be gone in the 1st round. So I don't know if it's a good tight end class too. Like you can get a good tight end on day 2, no question. 2nd round, best offensive tackle available. I would flip those, James. I would say offensive tackle in round 1 because once you get outside of the 1st round, offensive tackles are usually either not ready to play or they don't have the physical tools that you look for. Like if you want somebody that's ready to play and has the physical tools you want at that position, you got to go round 1 at offensive tackle. Round 3, defensive end, no problem with that. 5th round, DB, and then double dip here, 5th and 6th round at DB. Don't hate that. And then 2 linebackers in round 7. No wide receivers in here outside of the tight end, if you count that as a receiver. So I think that's pretty interesting. No running back here. I think I'd probably mix in a wide receiver in there, but overall, it's not bad at all. Let me know down there in the comments section which mock draft was your favorite today. Let me know down there in the comments section. I think, I loved them all right? It's like picking between children here. But if I'm going to have to pick one, I think I'm going to go with Jayden Sports today because I like the Myles Garrett trade. You guys know me, man. I want to go get Myles Garrett, which would, of course, mean you're giving up your first-round pick. But then he put in the wrinkle of Jack Conklin being a part of the deal for a sixth-round pick. I like that, too. I like Conklin as a right tackle, and I would love for him to be a Washington Commander next year. So I think I'm going to go with Jayden Sports today. But, hey, thank you so much to everybody that submitted mock drafts for consideration. If you're mad that your mock draft didn't make it on the show, blame producer Joey. Boo Joey in the chat. If you're all upset about it, make sure you click that subscribe button right now. We'll probably put out another call for more mock drafts. All right. So if you didn't make it on this week, you can get on the next one. All right. So make sure you click that subscribe button right now so you know when we put out that call for more Commanders mock drafts. Until next time, guys, hail to the Commanders.